Hi everyone, Michael Tiny Saul. Today is April 27th at 11:27 p.m. and this is Forex analysis for Thursday, April 28th, 2011. Let's start with the euro. Nice day for the euro on Wednesday. Broke above the upper Keltner line. I was looking for the euro to go higher coming into the week, but I was looking for a consolidation to get on board, and that didn't happen here. I mean, I guess you could call this a consolidation, but you guys watch the videos every night, I'm assuming, and you see what I have to say every night, and I did not consider this a good consolidation. Now, was I wrong? I don't know if I was wrong. We went higher, but I don't know if this was a good consolidation to get higher, especially since this little dip down here that broke the low before the reversal. But whatever, I don't have any regrets on this one, but I was looking for a better looking consolidation. Now, it broke out above the 162% external retracement of this swing down, and then in Thursday's session so far, you can see it's trading outside the upper Keltner line here. So I'm looking for the euro to pause here. Whether that pause is a sideways consolidation or a pullback, that remains to be seen. I'm going to be watching the 60-minute, the 120-minute, the 180-minute charts for potential setups. In my opinion, that is not stepping in front of a Mack truck, which is the opposite of catching a falling knife, right? I'm a big believer in following the trend. I'm a big believer in uptrends. You should look for pullbacks. Downtrends, you should look for rallies, for shorting opportunities. But there's also nothing wrong with taking counter trend trades as long as the risk can be defined. In my opinion, if we just say, and I'm not saying that it is at resistance here, but let's just pretend that we're at resistance here. Well, where am I putting my stop? Can I short it here and put a stop above the high? That's not a lot of wiggle room. Can I put it 50 pips up? Well, why? Maybe there's resistance 70 pips up. Okay, well, let's put it 80 pips up. Well, then you're close to the next resistance. Well, why don't we give it 150? You can't sit there and say, okay, this is where I'm shorting and this is where I'm putting my stop. And in a counter trend trade, that is very essential. Okay, it's one of the essential factors. Now, you should always, in my opinion, define your risk, even if you're going with the trend. But there's a little more wiggle room you can give the trade if it's in a strong trend and you feel it's in a strong continuation pattern. Okay, but when you're doing counter trend trades, and like I said, nothing wrong with doing them. There's money to be made there too. It's oftentimes better to dial down your size and look for a tighter range where your stop can be a lot tighter than it would have to be if you were taking a larger time frame. So right now I don't see a trigger, all right? I did just talk for 3 minutes and got around to just saying that. Okay, here's the Aussie dollar, same deal. Okay, outside the Keltner channel, I would look for a retracement here, but there's no trigger here. So I'm not going to step in front of this one. Wait to see if something sets up. Here is the yen. Yen had a little bit of volatility on Wednesday. Right now, no setup here. Here is the dollar Swiss. Okay, you can see it's basically looks like an inverse of the euro here for all intents and purposes, and probably not an exact mirror image. But you can see here that we're outside the Keltner channel for a little bit. I'm looking for this to get back inside the Keltner channel, but just like I'm watching the euro to pull in, I'm watching this one to bounce, but there's no trigger here. So I have to wait for something to set up on the smaller time frame charts on this one too. Here's the loonie. No trigger here. Looks heavy. Okay, this one looks like it's going to continue its real strong downtrend. So the target would be the lower Keltner here, but I don't have a trigger here on the intraday chart just yet. Here is a euro British pound cross. Got our first target, which was up here, and then it just came back and stopped out break even. So we're out for this one. But it was an okay trade. It was a little scalpy. All right, it was 88.53 entry, and it went to 89.22. So it's not bad. All right, we moved stops real quickly on this one, and then it continued up. All right, let's look at the intraday chart of what that looked like. And okay, you can see that basically traded up, and then boom. All right, let's look at the Euro Swiss. Okay, nothing here. It's a nice session on Wednesday, big day, but I don't see a pattern. We're kind of trapped in this lower channel. The Euro Aussie, okay, have the plan mapped out here. We're going to erase this one. Here is the new plan. 35.18 short, 100 tick stop, 30 ticks move stops to entry, and this is a cancel if not triggered by 9 a.m. Eastern. Okay? 1.3518 short with a 100 tick stop, 30 ticks move stops to entry, cancel if not triggered by 9 a.m. Eastern, and then we have a 100 tick first target. Okay? 100 tick first target, and then you can trail stops up if you want, or down if you want, but that's this one right here. This is the Euro Aussie. Here's the Euro Kiwi. All right, I thought it would find resistance at the moving average. Apparently not. It's above that. No actionable signal on this one. This one I want to kick myself in the liver for. I mapped this out in Wednesday's video, and a beautiful bull flag, but I wanted to wait for the FOMC meeting to pass, and because I didn't want to get whipped around in case. I mean, I had all right. I don't know. Did you just hear that? That was just me. Just my tongue just fell out of my mouth there. It was like, what happened? But this was a nice looking bull flag, and it triggered, but it was on the sidelines here for the newsletter, and you could see here it's out. It's popping outside the upper Keltner line here. So this is one that I feel one that got away, but I console myself by saying, hey, it was FOMC day. But the setup was definitely there. Here is the pound Kiwi. Pound Kiwi was partials off and then a stop out on this one, break even on the second piece. Or if you only had one unit, it was a stop out for probably if you moved anything down, if you moved any stops down. Otherwise, it was a break even. Here's the Euro Yen. This one popped out to the upside. I'm not nearly as upset at missing this one as I am about the pound. Here is the Swiss yen, and it looks like finding a little resistance in this little area. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember, you can look back on the videos, this consolidation broke down. So this on the way back up, it's providing a little bit of resistance here. But if it gets above it, it could go to that upper Keltner channel. No trigger on this one. Aussie Yen. Okay, this is one that popped out of this nice little flat consolidation here. See what it does when it gets up to these highs here. Here's the pound yen. Big day on Wednesday. Has to digest, in my opinion. So wait and see on that one. Here is the pound Swiss. Tested the lower Keltner channel as we were looking for, but there was no trigger on this one. And now then it got a nice bounce. So watch this for the next few sessions. Here's Aussie Swiss. Okay, nothing. Just going sideways. Here's Kiwi Swiss. Okay, broke out of this little pattern here. We didn't take this one. We missed this one, so we let this one go. Looks like it's just kind of drifting here anyway. Here is the Looney Swiss. Nothing here. And here is the Kiwi Swiss. I'm sorry, Kiwi Looney. Kiwi Looney here. So that's it. One actionable signal here, which is the Euro Aussie. Next week looks like it could be another one for some nice setups. I'm going to go drown my sorrows for missing the pound trade with some Twinkies. Have a great trading day on Thursday. I will talk to everybody again on Friday.